Formula 2 heads for the very first time down under. We're in Melbourne, Australia for the Albert Park Street Circuit and the third round of the campaign. So, Iwasa and Vesti won the sprint and feature in Saudi Arabia. Now we're at round 3 here in Australia, followed then by Azerbaijan in a month's time, followed by Emilia-Romagna, Monaco and Spain, rounding us to the halfway point of the season. Austria, Great Britain as well take us through July, as well as Hungary and Belgium before the summer break. Netherlands, Italy before a 2-month break before the season rounds out on the 26th of November at Abu Dhabi. Formula 2 returns, this time for the feature race. It's round 3 of the 2023 season and we head to Melbourne, the land down under, for the first time with the junior cars. This circuit is fast and flowing, top speeds of over 200 miles an hour in Formula 1 cars. 33 laps ahead of us today. Top speed in a Formula 2 car is close to 175 miles an hour. DRS chain is immense here as well. Good morning everybody, welcome to Australia. Our timing screens are having a little bit of a paddy at the moment, so not everything is working, as you can tell. Hopefully they'll fix themselves shortly. But alongside me in the commentary box, our correct team, after both were too tired and very much fell asleep, which we've all done. Synthel and Richie join me. Synthel, good morning to you. Australia's going to be a lot more fun, and Pourchaire's looking to put a horrible sprint race behind him and get back up there. He starts second today.
Yeah, absolutely. Luckily awake this time, but missed the first F2 race, but I saw it was a very great and entertaining race, so I think we may see another great race today, with of course the mandatory pit stop to bring some more excitement into this race.
It looks to be absolutely epic. Can't wait to see what we get here today as well. Let's just confirm also to you the fact that this race will be 33 laps, and take a look at the starting grid. We'll have to talk you through it manually because our timing screens aren't working just yet, so here we go. Starting grid then. It's Momo Iwasa on pole position after qualifying fantastically on Friday in very wet conditions. Theo Pourchaire starts second. Victor Martins is third with Isaac Hadjar in fourth position. Fifth on the grid as well comes Zane Maloney and Oliver Behrman. 7th and 8th on the grid as well. Further down sees Arthur Leclerc alongside Kush Maney. And then 9th on the grid as well on the 5th row sees Jack Crawford alongside Dennis Hauger starting in 10th. Then 11th it's Ralph Boschon with Johan Jaruvla in 12th position as well. 13th and 14th on the grid sees Frederick Vesti alongside Roy Nazani. 15th on the grid then as well sees Jack Doohan at his home Grand Prix. Alongside him is Enzo Fittipaldi, hoping to actually make a race today. Roman Stanek is 17th, alongside him is Richard Verschoor, starting in 18th for Van Amstel Racing. Clement Nobalak 19th alongside Juan Manuel Correa 20th. Last row of the grid, row 11, sees Juan Cordial 21st and Brad Benedives 22nd on the field. Well, we're waiting for the timing screens to get back together. The commentary chat is active, but if we take a look at the timings, it's showing us the F3 results. So hopefully soon they'll work back together, probably on the opening lap as well. But let's say good morning to you, Richie. F2 down under, it's going to be an exciting 33 laps.
Indeed, and the best part about it is my three favourite drivers in the top 6 being Iwasa starting on pole, then Maloney and Behrman. So hopefully, with no heroics into turn 1, my top 3 favourites can finish in the top 6, maybe the top 5 if someone second and 4th has an incident. But should be a good race, obviously. First feature race here for F2 around Melbourne. We've seen lots of issues with the drivers in F3, F2 and F1, all in qualifying and the practice sessions, with some issues, a lot of it to do with braking and traction, and a lot of locking up going on. So, should be an interesting race. Hopefully, we don't see as many safety cars as we did in F3 earlier on.
It's going to be quite interesting as well, seeing how many cars we can spot down towards turn 1 and turn 2, considering the fact that we have only got a starting grid to tell us who's who. Let's hear from the top 3 though.
It was extremely crazy difficult for me. The condition was really tricky, but the car was very quick, so I was feeling quite good feeling in the car at the beginning of the session, but I was not able to build up the pace quickly because I had the aquaplaning a lot at the beginning of the session. Also, there was a red flag at the end, so that's why I could create a big gap to P2. But still, even if there was not a red flag, I think it was possible to take a pole position, so it was a really positive session.
It's always a positive session when you deal with...
Okay, that was Iwasa. I thought we were going to hear from the complete top 3 there as well. We didn't, as they come back down. So Iwasa starts on pole for the downs. ART's Porsche second. 1:45.118. Porsche was a 1:45.732 in qualifying. And Richie, just want to ask you a question. We've seen F2 races when we cover them in Australia as well. This is going to be absolutely insane because we've got Bosch on Iwasa, level on points. Porche's 1 point behind them. Hauger's 30. Vesti's on 29. 5 drivers separated by 4 points. It's insane. This feature race is going to be so much because we take a break now before then we go over to Baku for a month.
Yep, it reminds me a lot of PSG F2 with all the the close point gaps. I think he's in at 11 points down to 7th, which is mine, I think, on 24. So should be a great race for the championship. The pecking order will change a lot because we've got lots of drivers in that top 7 starting in different places on the grid. So hopefully we see a lot of change in the championship, but I would like to see Iwasa lead the championship today.
Right, we're hopefully going to have our timing screens operational shortly. We've got the commentary tab underway. We're moments away. Synth, what do you think is going to happen down towards turn number 1?
Well, I'm going to say for a change it's going to be very clean into turn 1.
So we haven't got a timing screen, but that's no problem. Formula 2 is under starters orders with 3, 4, 5 lights in Australia. Action in Melbourne. Good start from Iwasa. Poor start. Get away as well for Porsche. Victor Martin's going to try and go around the outside. Down towards turn number 1. Late on the brakes, Theo Porsche is going to lose second position to Victor Martins. There's a light tap further back as well as Fittipaldi goes wide and off the track as well. I think when Brad Benedives down to turn 3 we go. Porsche in second. Now he's retaken Victor Martins, who's on the inside. Here comes the Primo of Oliver Bearman and going wide is, well, looking at it, I think that was coming through to be Zane Maloney having a little bit of a moment. It was 24 now with Kush Maney side by side as well with Jack Crawford. It's all clean in the start, Synth.
Yeah, difficult start, of course. We see indeed Maloney being pushed off by Oliver Bearman in that third corner, and in turn 1 it was Richard Verschoor, I think, who was going wide in the Van Amerongen racing car. As we see now, Frederick Vesti, I think, trying to attack down the inside there.
Whoa!
Oh!
Vesti now is going to make it 3 wide into turn 9 and 10. You can't go too wide round the outside. Wheel-to-wheel stuff. It's gone on the grass. Going to come the corner. Don't come back on there as well. Kush Maney very much wide, but keeping it through. Crawford round the outside. Clean. This is great stuff, Richie. Exactly what we want to see in Formula 2. Close racing as dive bombing comes Johan Daruvula on the inside, and a lock-up coming as well from Frederick Vesti.
Yeah, and the worst part about the timing screens is they are working, but it's just not showing the right drivers. We've still got the F3 drivers on there, but the times are on the board. And the gap is about 1.5 seconds. We've got a big battle there. I believe that might be one of the Van Amerongen sports, I believe. I can't tell because we can't see who it is. The timing screens aren't working.
And they're not working.
We're heading to turn 1.
Timings aren't working.
Look at the gap there.
Yeah,
Maloney
on the inside to turn number 1 and makes the move stick. Nicely done on the inside. Yeah, we've got no timing screens at the moment in the commentary box. They are working, but they're not showing the correct name. So the lap counter's working, so apologies for that. But Twitter is open and it is the commentary chat, so hopefully that gives us information that we don't have up here as well. Let's take a look at the start, Synth.
Yeah, very good getaway from Iwasa, and Pogacar struggling a little bit, but We see Hauger in the back really having been pushed down on the inside, nearly onto the grass as well. Victor Martins then on the outside and taking that second place, going off the track a little bit, and that cost him the exit, so Pocher back into second now. In the back it was Richard Verschoor who went off the track, and now we're going to see Oliver Behrman, and no, we're not going to see that because we switched to the onboard of Pocher with this not very good getaway, but he was lucky that Martins couldn't get off the line very well, but still enough to try and get past him. But then went off into turn 1, and that was a very good exit. So Pocher still in second place, but the gap is a little bit bigger now, as you can see, to Russell.
Yeah, Richie Pocher bogged down and got saved by the fact that Martins went wide, as we see Vesti, Kushmani going off the track there in the battle with Crawford.
Yep, it was a bit of an ambitious move there from Maine into turn 9 10, but he went for it. It ended clean because luckily we had no contact. I think last time we saw that happen, wasn't it Kevin Magnussen, who went for an overtake there last year and ended up in the wall. So luckily no harm done for those. So that's that's Maloney there. I think. Oh, there we go. The time screens have appeared. That was Maloney on the back of Hauger going down in towards turn 3. A big gap between Maloney and Crawford, but then again, no offence to Crawford, we never see any good race pace from him, do we? He seems to drop back very easily.
So we haven't got it on the TV pictures because it's broken, but on our timing screens, but we have got it here. Martin's the fastest lap there, 1:33.456. Awasa leads, Pocher, Martins, Hadjar, Behrman, Leclerc, Hauger, Maloney, Crawford, and Maney, the top 10 as this race starts here. On lap 3, DRS is open.
Yeah, bad start from Boschel. He's dropped down 6 positions in this opening lap. You see Martins is closing up to Pocher. Pocher struggling to try and get close to Iwasa, so he's outside, just about outside of the DRS. So Martins is getting closer now with that rear ring open.
Can he have an attack as well? Looking on the inside, Martins desperately wants to put right mistakes he made yesterday. On board with Pocher. And again, I think actually Martin's falling into the clutches of Hadjar a little bit now. Oh, and what's happened to Maney? I hope it's a transponder issue. We can't tell if it's a yellow flag or not, but Maney's just dropped down to 15th position from P10. So he's had a major issue as he comes across the line. We'll see if that rectifies it. It's really hard to tell without a timing screen. Hadjar 1:33 to fastest lap so far. 1:33.086.
Yep, and great start from Wasa. He's already got 1.1 seconds to Pocher, so no DRS for Pocher, but there is DRS for Martins and a lot of drivers behind, so maybe we'll see Martins go for an overtake on Pocher because it seems Porcher's just not got pace he should really be having at all. You know, Porcher's been here one of the longest drivers in F2, and he should be a lot quicker than he is, and that's a replay there of
Maney.
Who's that? That's Maney going straight on then 11, and then luckily he didn't lose it too hard. A bit like what we saw happen with is it Solov there at turn that corner as well.
Correa.
Oh no, Correa.
Correa and Novalak.
Yeah, making contact with each other. Well, it's just getting worse and worse. I've just had a thought actually.
It's like what we mentioned though before in the formation lap. It's so easy to make mistakes and have incidents here with different drivers. And on back of Martins, on the back of Pocher into turn 11. Not close enough, but he did start to gain a little bit as they come through into the final part of this section. And look at that, Maloney and Crawford separate by 5.
Copy that, stop that puncture, copy that, bring it back.
Correa's got a puncture, of course he does as well. So that's the habit we've seen this weekend so far. So, across the line then, Awasa leads, Pocher second, under pressure from Victor Martins, as now they all trade fastest laps. It goes to Martins on 1:32.292 as they're coming towards turn number 1. We're working on limited systems. I understand the servers have glitched at the timings, and that is the teams haven't got live timings either.
Because I was going to say, this is replay of Doohan and Daruvala lap down at turn 11. Let's see what happened here. No contact, but nice overtake. Yeah, technical move there from Doohan. Put himself into that top 11. And Martin just again on the back of Pocher.
He's closing in now as we come into turn 6 and 7. Now through the kink at 8, and now down the run at 9.
Some good news, according to my timing screens, Oliver Goethe has set the fastest lap of the race. So, I don't know where he is, but he's must be somewhere on the track according to these timing screens.
Into the pit lane, Correa.
Car 23, he's got a punch on that front left. Can't even get the tyre off, can they?
Yeah, I've got to lift it up
onto
onto the
a while
jack.
to get into the pits.
Is the wing broken as well?
that-
Yes, it
Looks
is.
like-
Yeah,
that-
it is.
So, to puncture and a wing damage for one Manuel Correa. The weekend goes from bad to worse for him after being involved in the contact yesterday in the sprint race. As the feature, don't forget, requires a mandatory pit stop still to be taken.
yeah.
Oh, lock up! That was from Pocher, wasn't it, Sid?
It's incredible how powerful this DRS is. We see Pocher now, let's see how much he gains with 8 tenths. I think it was about 9 tenths going into turn 8, and then he just closed up to about 3 tenths when they got to turn 11. So it seems like that DRS is really helping Pocher out to try and stay closer, as Correa just exits the pit lane. It's already been lapped now, so this is really not helping him out at all.
Yeah, it's now a
There's,
test session, isn't it, for him?
Correa being lapped by the first top 6 of the field. He's now going to be lapped by everyone else from Crawford down, and that's also, I believe, Doohan on the back of Crawford in towards turn 11, but just can't gain enough. And Vesti getting ahead of Crawford just into turn 1, I believe it was.
Yep, Dylan trying to make the
charging
move.
through to turn 5. Got to be careful of that curb, haven't you, on the exit of turn 4?
Yes.
Because turn 4, turn 5, it's a killer.
Oh, we saw Doohan there. I think he may have got up through the grass there and he exited turn
Oh,
5,
and-
so that was really close.
Vesti in a battle with Jack Crawford round the outside of turn 13. Wonderful. Once again from Frederick Vesti. Problem online timing on F2 website? Yes, it's not showing. It's showing the F3 field, and that means we haven't got a timing screen because it's
I'm not sure-
blank for us.
Not sure if it's correct, but according to my screen, I've got a yellow flag.
Oh, well, we'll see if we have
So
got
I'm not
it.
sure if that's true, if that's part
Well,
of the issue.
We'll see if we have a yellow on the TV pictures at the moment as Doohan looks on the inside as Jeruval under pressure from Moina Zani coming into turn 11. We're green apparently on this side, so we've got no idea what the live timing is up to at the moment as well, trying to get it sorted. Let's change TweetDeck to F2 so we can actually see what we're on about, shall we?
Also, I'll be intrigued to find out what happened to Boschung, because he lost 6 positions on that first lap and lost another one. So
Yeah.
he's now down to 18. So it'd be nice to see what happened. I presume it would have been something to do with an incident, maybe. Then it's then possibly turn 1
Yeah.
or turn 3. And also Novalak has also dropped far back behind the field as well. 4 seconds behind Cordeal. So he must have had some kind of incident. But looking on the helicopter count on, I believe that is.
Oh.
Is it Isaac Kajar?
Turn 3 incident involving Maloney and Behrman is under investigation for forcing another driver off the track. So Behrman is ahead. So I wonder if that's what we saw in the opening couple of laps of this race.
That happened yesterday as well, right, with Formula 3. Did that, with the 2 Premas, they forced us to drive just the same way. Did that result in a penalty?
Did Doohan just hit a bird?
It was a 5 second for Boganovic, wasn't it?
Oh, really? So then this is, I think this was about the same, so in that case, Behrman would get a penalty as well.
Yeah, you too. Josh just put, sorry Richie, but also you support Behrman as well, since. So not a great start there for you
No.
two coming through.
And there it is.
There it is,
Ah,
time
there we
penalty.
go.
5
Well.
seconds. Oh, late
Right,
move.
Josh, I'll see you later, I'm off.
Doohan sends it up the inside of Crawford and it's going, oh, they make contact! Crawford's in the gravel, surely! And yeah, he's in the wall!
and he's in the wall.
And this will be a safety car for sure! Crawford's out of the race!
Martin's losing places.
He's in the pit
Oh, he's in
lane.
the pits.
Well, Martins has dived straight in. That's a good idea to get it out of the way, but the safety car's going to come out for sure, and now everybody's running in because they're going to get effectively a free pit stop.
So, from my screens, that just looks like utter stupidness from Jack Doohan there into turn 11.
I mean, Crawford should have maybe backed out of it. We're gonna see a replay of this soon. I presume the
And
suspension broke off, which caused
You
him
know-
to go into the gravel.
We have the
like I've
safety
said
car.
before with Crawford, he's just, no offense, but he's really slow. In the race, he's nowhere. He's been overtaken left, right and centre, and safety car's out. So that's why people want to get through him so quick, because he's literally a barrier on the track. And,
Oh,
close
late-
to contact.
Yeah, Ralph
Watching it for
Boschung.
sure.
We've got
Yeah,
incidents on track, incidents in the pit lane.
that could be a
We'll have incidents
penalty.
in the pit crew next.
That could be a penalty for Boschung, unsafe release. So Boschung, who is effectively coming up with the championship
But-
lead,
I think it
could
was
lose
just
it.
okay.
One person who's benefited, Victor Martins, and he's a
Who is
replay
he?
into turn 11, up the
Yeah, this is
inside
what
for
we saw
Doohan.
already.
Doohan, yeah, and honesty is Doohan will get a penalty for that. A miserable weekend continues.
You can see he had a bit of a snap of the rear, I think it looks like, into turn 11. That just caught Crawford, we'll see, into turn 11. Yeah, you can see the back end slips out slightly,
Oh.
pushes Crawford. Nothing Crawford could do there at all.
Idiot.
That will be a penalty for Doohan, surely.
Yeah, for sure.
And there we go. Yeah, just
Idiot,
completely
he
pushing
called
into the
him.
wall.
Crawford called him an
And-
idiot over the radio.
Well, hopefully as well, while we're on the safety car, Australia's internet, wherever it is, or network, can sort out these blaming timing screens, because we've had it in nearly every session this weekend at some
some
point, haven't
problem.
we, with the timing issues.
In comes Awasa, in comes Portier, Hadjar, Behrman, Leclerc, they're all coming in to take a free pit stop. And why not? You get your mandatory stops out of the way now, folks.
This could end nasty with them all going in together.
Vesti has gone through. Vesti takes the lead. And in they all come together. Portier might just get the jump on them if the mechanics can work really quickly. There's a bit of unsafe releasing going on. And yet,
Yeah.
look, they're all, oh no, there's a crash in the pit lane, I think. There was 3 cars coming out together. Did they all make it through? Yes,
think
they
they
did. My word. We had what? We had 2 cars coming out, 1 coming into the same pit box. Thought there was going to be contact. So, pit stop under the virtual safety car, lock up.
Oh,
That was
Behrman.
Behrman, yeah, just making it to
Oh,
turn
and
number
as-
1.
Edgar, I think, touched a bit of the grass as well. Went a bit deep in turn 1.
Yep. And as we head out onto the safety car, we have Kylan Frederick, followed by Sebastian Montoya and Luke Browning leading the race, the top 3 so far. These timing screens still not fixing themselves.
Look, this is
I
it.
think
This is what I was
Nikita
on about.
Blackman
Look,
will win this race.
look, Portier
Oh, that
coming
was
out. And
close.
look, there, contact. There was, knew it.
It was a crash.
Yeah, that's Isaac Hadjar hitting the side of Oliver Behrman in the pit lane.
I have a puncture, mate.
Oh,
And
right.
that's, yeah,
Puncture.
immediately, that's why Behrman had it. Look, puncture there, bang. And the tyre's gone down immediately.
Yep.
That will
That'll
be a
also
penalty
be.
for Hazard.
It will be a penalty, but won't there also be a fine for the team
Yeah.
as well for that?
Unsafe
because the team are
release.
to blame. Yeah. So we've got possible penalty coming for Doohan, possible penalty coming out for, was it Hadjar? Yeah. So
Yeah.
it could change a lot at the moment with this top 3, but still the net top 3 is Iwasa, Portier, Behrman.
Yeah, effectively coming through. Just
So
to,
let's hope maybe there isn't a puncture for Behrman, and maybe it was just a bit of reaction from the damage. But obviously Vesti leads the race,
Hadjar.
but obviously
At
he's
the top of your picture.
Ah, damn it! No! I can't see the front wing, mate, but the wheel, I don't know something about the wheel. No!
Yeah, there is a puncture clearly for Behrman.
yeah.
Rear right,
Oh,
so.
yeah.
he's crawling in. F2 are aware of the issue they've got with their
I'm
timings,
not
by
allowed
the
to
way.
overtake.
Oh, that's a point. They're not, are they? Although the
Nope.
car's got a problem, so you can overtake. If the car's got an issue,
Yeah.
you're allowed to overtake. So
But
they should go
Hadjar-
through.
Doesn't want to take that risk.
Yeah.
It's the FIA after all. He'll probably get given 43 drive-through penalty if he does so.
Actually, Behrman might get a secondary penalty here because if you've got a problem with your car, you're required to let the field go through and pull over to the other side. So
No, because the field can go through, but
the-
they choose
yeah,
not to.
Yeah.
they should. Behrman should pull out
was
the
on the
way.
left-hand side.
Yeah, Behrman should pull out the way, and Hadjar should go through. They're not reading the rules correctly because he's got the puncture.
I think it's
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
a grey area
Yeah. This
for all.
Well, he's coming in the pit lane now anyway, and they haven't lost too much speed, and they're just not like the floor's
Hence-
damaged. Oh, Doohan
Oh, and who's
pits.
that?
Doohan and Behrman in.
That moves.
This is his second stop.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it is.
He's putting on
Oh.
softs. That's a brave call. Soft compound tires going on for Doohan, and away he goes.
Enough. So
And,
do good for that. It's going for 23 laps on the soft
yeah,
tyres.
it's a lot to take it.
Behrman,
Here comes
also
Be-
to the
yeah.
pit lane. He's going soft as well.
Hazel Southwell. Oh, and
Oh, bit of issue. They can't get that rear right on.
I think he couldn't get the
off, yeah.
wheel gun off the punctured tire.
Away goes
So,
Behrman then.
again. Behrman at the back of the field, I believe, as he heads at the pit lane. Let's hope this time he doesn't get a puncture, which he doesn't so far. And that is there, I believe, doing just ahead as they head into turn 1. And a bit of a
Yeah.
replay here. Oh, yeah, so
Jack
getting a
couldn't get
punctured
under.
tire off is difficult. And then, yeah, they couldn't get the jack off the wheel, could they? Otherwise, he's just faffing around
He dropped the
with
nut
the
as
jack.
well. Yeah, he dropped the
I mean,
nut.
with not the jack, I mean the gun.
He dropped the nut.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the nut got stuck on the wheel. They couldn't get it off, and then the nut fell out. You had to put it back in again. So really bizarre situation. We've lost timings. If you're just joining us, they're showing Formula 3, and our T feed isn't working either from timing 71. So we've got nothing. So we're
Yep.
having to rely on the TV pictures. I do apologise.
And the top three, Vesti, Nassani, Fittipaldi, followed by Omani, but they haven't pitted. Iwasa has, but Cordeal hasn't. So the net lead is Iwasa, followed by Porsche and Hajar, because they have pitted. The others, the top five, have got to do their mandatory pit stop, which they haven't done yet, so that'll put them at a big disadvantage to the rest of the field.
Oh, radio.
We
So,
warm a lot the tires and the
and
brakes
let's have
by waving on the track, and also putting a bit of brake balance on the rear rods to keep the brakes alive, to keep the rear brakes alive. So we work a lot on the brakes, and yeah, it's very important because it's very slippery just after a safety car restart, and it is. I mean, we can gain a lot of plates or lose a lot of plates. So yeah, it's important.
Don't mind me, I'm just having a
So
very clever
opportunity for
idea.
him. We've got 2 races.
Yeah, don't mind me, I'm just having a very clever idea that I hope works. If anybody can guess what it is yet. I'm just trying to make sure
believe-
Twitter's not bad.
This will be the last lap of the safety car. Duan, pitted
what?
again.
Oh, again? Surprising from Duan. To bring
He's
him
got to
in,
be retiring surely.
yeah, to bring him in again. This is surprising and slightly alarming, actually. That
is.
this is the case.
Going for the mediums.
Yeah. So, if anybody's guessing my clever idea.
See, I could have said it was to use the softs to get the mandatory pit stop, but he already pitted, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's his third pit stop, so I don't know.
The first pit stop didn't count with the mandatory pit stop because I think it was too early, but I don't know why he
so
split it this time.
basically,
Maybe-
he's got to use 2 different compounds.
Yeah.
So pits onto the softs and pits back onto the mediums to take them
Safety
to
car
the
this
end.
lap.
23, who's
Korea,
that?
of course.
Oh,
was
yeah.
left. Well, that's a
Well.
bit good news for him then, at least.
For many fans of Mercedes, seeing that message at the top of the screen is not what they want to see. Lapped cars may now overtake the
Ah,
safety
okay.
car.
So it's the
Saying that
lapped,
haunts us all.
lapped cars signals coming through, yeah. Isn't that always
There
fun?
we are. And you
So,
can see
I'm
Graham
tr-
just going through them all. Maybe, depending on how long the safety car's out, he could try and catch up before the end of the next lap.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe.
I do
when he
apologise,
comes.
by the way, what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get things sorted so that maybe we can have some information. I thought we were going for the pit lane. Oh, we were having radio. Here we go.
Okay, so just to inform you, we have a 5-second time penalty for the move on turn 3, lap 1. Man, you're joking me. You're
Oh.
kidding. I wish I would.
Shouldn't he have,
So Oliver
Shouldn't he have
Bennett
served that
told
at the
that
first-
a
at the
tough
pit stop?
day,
Yes, he should have.
getting even worse.
And he hasn't. So that's even worse. I'm still here, by the way. Hello. I'm just trying to get the timing screen sorted with a backup idea.
But can't they have the penalty served after the race?
well, you have to serve the penalty at
Then
your
the
first
question is as
pit
well,
stop.
Yeah.
when did the penalty come through?
Well, it was before the pit stop, I think, but I don't know if the teams were informed at that point. I think they should have
So
been.
it's all about when the teams were informed, isn't it? So if the teams were informed beforehand, possibly a 10-second for Bowman for incorrect, well, for not serving the penalty.
I mean, I
Yeah.
doubt we were informed earlier than they were.
Yeah, it's an odd one, but we'll have to see.
Imagine it's the
Oh,
what's this
lock
going
up.
on?
Something.
That's,
not
Hajar.
traction.
Oh, Ajar has Synthad coming through. So we're under the safety car. I'm just doing something very clever as well. So I apologise that we're not on the commentary screen just yet. We're trying to do like a million things
it's
at
ending.
once. And it's ending. Wow, okay.
Well, Josh, that gave me flashbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way you said it,
I remember.
and it's ending.
As soon as
It's
I said
ending well.
I said it, I thought, oh, hello. Well,
The thing is, you said it the exact same tone as well, and it's ending.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to go on for a bit longer, to be fair. Right, hang on. I'm messing around with the screen because what I'm trying to do is something very clever, and I've only got a lap to do it. Less than a lap. Can I do it? Yes, I can. Is it going to look good? I have no idea.
So we have 5 out of 22 cars needing to do their mandatory pit stops. So they will depend. I don't know what tyre campaigns they're on, but depend on that. Oh, hang on, the timers are on. The timers are on.
Oh, you're absolutely joking me.
Just reset. Vesti leads from Nassani on the timing screens.
Right, as of course they do as soon as I get this sorted. Right, we'll be back in a second. Let's get this fixed.
Because they've reloaded, everyone's trying to load the. There we go. It's
We're
on.
back! Of course they get fixed now.
Yep. After.
I can't even get it on.
Wait, Cordeal and Pucher noted for safety car infringement.
Yeah.
Oh. Couldn't hear that message.
No, neither could I. That was weird. I turned it on. I just couldn't hear it.
Vefsy will lead the pack over Nasani as they head into the final few corners to hopefully make a clean turn 1.
I'm now
Also,
just.
newer tires have to try and navigate his way past Nissan as well. That could end up correctly. Here we go.
Right, here we go then. Coming out the last corner, the safety car is in. We'll just have to deal with the timings in a few moments. Green flag, back running again as Vesti leads, but he's not the race leader because we've got Porchero behind as well with fresher tyres coming through. Ideally, it's mainly we need to take a look at with Owasso as well in P5. This is going to be a very interesting race as we start the 13th lap of 33. Now, as they all come through on the attack mode as well, it's crucial to see who's going to make the early moves in this race.
Yep, and Wassel trying to get through on Maney, but doesn't want to push too hard. And the longer he waits, the better it is for people like Porsche to try and get through. And also, I think that is Hajar right behind Porsche as they come out of turn 4 and 5.
All making the moves we need to see in this race then, all trying their best since as they come down into the back half. No DRS for 2 laps.
No overtakes just yet either, so Iwasa is the first one on the newer tires. He's right behind Maney. Here we can see Pucher really under pressure by Hajar. Is Hajar going to try something?
Well, it'd be a brave move if he can swing it. I don't think he is. Where is the picture? Where are they? They're side by side. Around.
Outside.
Oh, Hajar thought about it, but no, it didn't work out. Portier stays ahead, but he's got the toe down the straight. Stewards have made a decision. Crawford and Doohan reviewed no further action for causing a collision. And they're all close together. Portier able to go defensive. And meantime, further behind as well, Maloney sends it on the inside of Hauger into turn 11. A sweet move.
Oh, but
Yeah.
switch back
gravel.
and going straight on Novalak.
Oh, can he get out of the gravel trap? Yes, he can.
He's out.
Yeah, no need for a new yellow permanently. Well, this race is just giving us everything, isn't it? This is fantastic
It is,
stuff.
and best seat leads by over 2 seconds now to the back of Dasani, and Iwasa trying to close in on Miney but can't. The gap's nearly a second between the two as they head back into turn 1. And here's a replay of, I believe it's Crawford. No, not Crawford, sorry.
Oh.
Nisani.
Is
What
that
a save.
Was that the
And
restart?
then we should. No, that's after the restart. We should also see when. Oh, we don't see when Novalak goes on.
Maloney gone off a little bit as well there, as we see Nisani immediately under pressure by Enzo Fittipaldi.
Trying to find some more data and time to come through. We're trying to get the timing 71 loaded, but there's a...
Unsafe release, Hajar and Behrman.
Yeah.
That'll be the issue for Hajar.
Sadly thought that was coming, didn't we? As they come in.
Dasani, 3.2 seconds at the moment, so Vessi having a nice lead so far.
Yeah, the rest should be enabled as well already at this point, right?
Oshungan for sure, unsafe release.
And there's a situation going on as well as here we go. Right at the front, there's all sorts of drama. Round the outside comes Enzo Fittipaldi, trying to make the move of Roy Nazani. They're so close to contact. Nazani does make contact. Nazani gets tagged through the gravel. Nazani didn't know when to back out there. And now there's a swarm as Maney takes second position. Fittipaldi coming down the order as well. And now it's 3 wide coming into the braking zone for turn 11.
I think Nisani could say he's lucky there. He dropped down quite a lot, but still, he didn't spin there, and now he's trying to fight back. That's incredible battle going on board with Pucher. Now he's going down the inside there of Ordeal. Oh,
Off!
oh,
And then off goes Hajar.
Hajar!
Unbelievable, he's gone forced off the track into the grass as well. The exit at turn 14. Well, this feature race giving us everything we needed to see. Now that we've got our somewhat timings back operational as well.
Hauger and Martins.
Yep, side by side, Martin's losing a position. Hauger back through, and now there's all sorts of drama further back as well as dive bombing up the inside comes Doohan, making a move on Ralph Boschung, the ex-championship leaders. Well, Nazani just doesn't
More
know when
contact,
to
I think,
quit.
for Nisani.
Yeah, oh, hang on, what's wrong? There's a problem, I think, for Emile Cordial. He's dropping very fast down the field as well, so I think Cordial has an issue in this race. We'll keep an eye on it. There's a little bit more contact trying to come through. Well, this race just keeps on giving, but Timing screens are finally fixed. We're halfway through the race. DRS is active, so this is the best we've got. I'm sorry for that, but hopefully it's not too
Oh,
bad.
Maloney.
Wow, doing the switchback on the DRS. My goodness me, it's 3 wide almost. Coming into turn 11, they can't find a way through. On the inside, Arthur Leclerc, but nope, no cigar.
Yeah, in the back as well, that's for sure. And I think the Ruvula going side by side. There's a lot of battles going on here, and Maloney is going to try and fight Leclerc into turn 11.
Around the outside, Leclerc goes defensive. Meantime, we're going to see Jaruvla having the pressure from Vachon. Behrman's back on the inside line, though, to try and cut back. Behrman gets ahead of Richard Vachon. Jaruvla escapes into the distance.
Looking back on the inside, and there as well is one of the other Red Bull liveries. I think that's Hedgehog trying to fight back as well behind Roman Stanek.
So it's lap 16 of 33 here. Vesti, Maini, Awasa, Fittipaldi, Pourchaire, top 5. Here's a replay of that insane manoeuvre.
Yeah, Maloney on the outside of Nissany, but there was a little bit of contact here. Nissany, that would have been incredible if he made that stick, but that was very optimistic to leave it around the outside there of turn 10.
I'd say it would be more of a race incident. Hard to really tell who was at fault there.
Here's Hadja.
And Hadja.
Nissany, what the? Why Nissany? What the is this guy?
Oh.
It's Nissany, isn't it?
Yeah, he's not.
Hadja sounds like a 3-year-old child, doesn't he?
He does.
I've heard that on the radios. Oh,
And here
here
another
comes up
contact,
Nissany
yeah.
and is that Arthur
Doohan,
Leclerc?
yeah, and Doohan's just behind him as well. That was the other lap, so... Oh, and now
That's his
Pourchaire.
third contact.
Yeah, oh, Leclerc's past Nizani, but Pourchaire's trying to have a go at Enzo Fittipaldi. So they're still closing together in this little battle. What an insane race.
Nissany's hit 3 people in just 1 lap, and here we can see Pourchaire down here at turn 11.
Makes the move stick. Thank you very much, he says, and it's through for Pourchaire to 4th position. And Leclerc's past Emile Cordial. Maloney's past Nizani. They're all switching positions in the midfield as well. But this is getting ridiculous as well. I want to fix the timing. Can somebody else have a safety car so we can fix the timings, please? Although the clock has stopped on lap 11 of 30. So let's refresh that. Timing tower to the correct
That's
lap.
Vesti.
There we go.
4.1 seconds. That's incredible. Vesti is flying around here. Could make the other strategy work then, the alternative strategy, by staying out with the safety car. By like this, he could definitely make that work because he's pulling away very rapidly.
Yep. And Roman Wassap go for the fastest lap of the race, and still Pourchaire behind, but Pourchaire outside that DRS, 1 second zone, not ideal at all. The gap's about 1.5 seconds between those. So Wassa got a bit more breathing space now in terms of who he's going to be fighting for first. And on board with car number 15 and car number 3, that's Maloney, and I believe Emery Cordial coming out of turn 9 now, up towards the chicane. And Nissany just sitting in behind him. Nissany having a bit of an eventful opening first few laps after the safety car restart, and Awasa very close to that 1 second gap. Bit of a battle behind. Couldn't see who that was exactly. Into turn 9 and 10. I believe that was big side there for Maloney.
And
I think was at turn 10.
That's going to leave him vulnerable to Roy Nizani coming into the DRS zone, as well as Hadja's been noted for leaving the track and rejoining unsafely. And round the outside, Roy Nizani trying to make a move. And on Maloney, it didn't work out. So this is Nizani's, Maloney's been...
push from Deruva as well.
Yeah, Deruva's coming back. Fast up of the race then to Awasa, 1:31.721. Here we go again then, since it was wheel-to-wheel stuff coming through. Big twitch as well.
Yeah, that was really close through the one. I think was the fastest corner around the circuit. So well saved. Here we can see Victor Martens, and now with the fastest lap, he is behind Dennis Hauger with the DRS. Can you try and find him in turn 3? Then we can see 1:31.706 by the Frenchman.
Hauger in 6th, Martin 7th. This is the battle we're watching out right now on lap 18 of 33. Continues to focus forward. One word, money, about why SSG says, why is Nizani still racing in Formula 2? It is money.
Money.
Cash is king.
He wants to deploy that safety car so Josh can fix his time switch.
Yeah.
Now breaks into that 1 second gap to Kushmani. 8 tenths between the two as they head down in towards turn 10. So now we could see that gap between, if Iwasa can get through a Maini, the gap between Iwasa and Vesti will start to shrink, because I think Iwasa's on better tyres, he's a quicker driver than Maini, so that gap should start to shrink. Obviously, he was the pole sitter still is that net first place. And Porsche also now getting back into the 1 second gap of Iwasa as well as they head through in towards turn 11 for the 18th time this race. Martin's still with that fastest lap there as they come out of turn 12 and 13. Hajar.
Oh, who was that?
Stanek.
That was, sorry, just kind of question there, Richie. Someone was running very wide at the exit turn 13, but they didn't go into the gravel.
I think it was
yeah.
Stanek.
Yeah, Stanek running around. He's lost position to Hadjar.
Yep, and into turn 1. And Vesti with the fast lap 31.6. No, sorry, that's it was for Hauga. And then for Leclerc, 31.390. So the time is starting to crumble down now for the people on the newer tyres. And there we go, 31.390.
Anything
for
you
Arthur
can,
Leclerc.
yeah, anything you can do, I can do better. My original, no, my plan was actually before the timing screens sort of fixed themselves, fixed themselves, because no further action for Acosta, sorry, for Cordeel.
Acosta.
Cordeel and Pocher for the pit lane. Yeah, I'm in Moto 2 mode.
Josh, I think you need a Costa at this point.
Yeah, I do. My plan, by the way, was to take the timing tower from FOM and put it on our screen.
Hauga.
Yeah.
He does go for it on the inside.
Tom, got him.
Textbook move.
So much quicker with the slipstream and DRS in that point.
I think Fittipaldi just let him through. He's like, right, we had that incident with this one. Let's not create that again.
Yeah, Fittipaldi just wants to get some decent points in this one as well. Right now, he's 6th position, but we've still got a few that haven't come into the pit lane, remember? It's that 1933. It's involving Hadjar and
Fittipaldi's one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Vesti hasn't pitted. Neither's Maney. Neither's Fittipaldi, yeah.
Hadjar and Nissani.
So,
that's going to be a penalty for Nissani, I think, because
sure.
I think that was clearly his fault.
Wait, which one was that?
That was in the penultimate corner where Hadjar got out into the grass.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. The DRS advantage. Iwasa on the back of Kushmani now to come through into the exit turn 1. Leclerc still with that fastest lap. I believe he set the fastest lap again on that lap. And yes, he did. 31.320, so that's 700 quicker than his previous one. And Hauga now in that provisional 3rd position over Martins and Leclerc in provisional 5th.
Yeah, they're closing in. Right, we're just going to resync our timing data while we've got this little bit of a break in the battle. Because we need to get it back operational as Deruvalo 11th and Zane 12th. I've been told it's not going to work, so we're stuck with what we've got for this session. Someone's just come over my ears and told me that they've tried, it's not going to work. So we haven't got the T feed for this race. I'm sorry about that. With the race control messages showing at the bottom. Here comes
it's too far away. You can't dive bomb, of course, in turn 9 because it's such a quick corner. But yeah, the longer it takes for Iwasa, there's a bigger advantage for Frederick Vesti.
Well, you can't dive bomb there, but people still go for it. And Iwasa now trying to get through Mine into turn 11. Brakes later. This could end in heartbreak, but no, it doesn't.
So
great
close.
move from Iwasa into P2. Really nice. Iwasa having a great race so far.
It was close
and
too.
And he's going to try and chase.
Wow. Hadjar and Behrman, no further investigation for unsafety moves.
Oh. Okay.
Anybody want
Malcolm Massey, I think he has got the job back, Josh.
Yeah, anybody want to hazard a guess as to why that's happened? Write to us, let us know, because we haven't got a Scooby-Doo.
That, though, that doesn't even make sense.
Nah,
no investigation. Even though, unsafe release, Hadjar drove into the side of Behrman, gave Behrman a puncture. There'll definitely be some stern words between the two teams afterwards, and between Prima and the FIA and Porsche. On the back of Mine, still trying to get through this barrier because Mine's on slower tyres, so we will be slower. And Iwasa's main task is to get out that 1 second gap to Mine, to put Porsche under even more pressure and giving him even more work to do to get back into that DRS. And the gap's about a second between Mine and Iwasa, putting it to about 1.3, 1.4 seconds between Porsche and Iwasa. And obviously Porsche, one of the quickest drivers. And considering when he looked, you know, the expectations we had, he isn't really proving it, has he? Now in towards turn 9 and 10, he's going to go to the inside. Yes, he is. And Miney lets him through, basically, into turn 9 and 10. And now the gaps between Porsche and Iwasa is 1.2 seconds. So only 2/10 for Porsche to gain until they get back into that DRS. But Vesti still in by 6 seconds. And Miney through on, Maloney through on Amory Cordial down at, I believe that was turn 10 or turn 11.
I think the stewards may have thought that they maybe exited the pit lane, or say they may exit at like around the same time. which means that he couldn't really see that he was that to go right into the path of
Yeah, another
Behrman.
driver,
That
yeah.
could maybe have been the case. I don't see any other reason why it wouldn't have been a penalty unless they just got released at around the same time.
Very bizarre situations. I apologise for the large UK flag. It was actually the Australian flag. I've just tidied up the stream a little bit, so there's not too much dead space.
Hajar and Behrman investigated after the race.
Oh, it's a correction for that then. So there, yeah.
Wow.
Whoa, late
Oh,
on the
and this
brakes.
is-
Jaruvalo under pressure
Nazani.
from Roy Nazani trying to go around the outside. So Nazani's trying to push it. Jaruvalo's struggling on those medium compound tyres. Nazani's going, well, I'm actually liking them, so I'll overtake you.
Yeah, that was it too late from Jaruvalo to the inside? Yeah, it was very close, that's for sure. But Nissany, if he can go for it, he's gonna go for it.
And also, has Porsche made a mistake? 2 seconds between him and Iwasa now.
Yeah.
Well, we saw Iwasa had some great pace
Oh,
before.
and Haugat through
Hauger.
Miney.
Yep, and Hauger's through into
fast.
4th position. Kashmani down to 5th, and now is there anything into turn 9 and 10? No, there isn't in that DRS zone, but they're all running closer together now, which is good. But Vesti, 6 seconds ahead. Off!
Oh, Behrman!
Behrman jumps over the curb. Does he hit the wall? No. Does a Timo Glock and doesn't lose the suspension. Fantastic, but now he's going to be swamped by the midfield, and Behrman's dropped down to 17th position now.
A little bit like what happened with Browning, wasn't it, when he fought his teammate into turn 9?
Yes.
When he bounced over the curb and just flew. And what happened to Sonoda down at turn 1 when he flew.
Let's stop.
That is
Yeah.
local deal. Menzi cutting, or is he just... No, he's not. He just lost the position. Another one. Into 7th, then 17th. Leclerc from Fittipaldi to 7th now. As they head through to turn 3. Leclerc's next rival is Victor Martins.
Yeah, coming in as well, not taking no for an answer. They want an information request from these guys, and they're coming in now. Pit stops galore happening here. Cordial sends away on a new set of tyres. Talk us through it, since this is what happened down with Behrman.
Yeah, you saw he already missed the apex a little bit going towards turn 9, and it's incredible he didn't hit the wall there. So yeah, it was just understeer. I didn't see any moment of oversteer, so missed the apex, flying over the gravel trap there, and it's not necessarily the grass, it's just because the gravel already itself. And then Cordial's gone off on
Yeah.
the pit exit. Is that a loose tire?
He's run straight on. He's run straight on the track. I wonder why it's
Full
caused
tyres.
that. Yeah, it must be cold. We're having a few issues.
And Leclerc.
Leclerc looking on the inside line. My goodness me, on Victor Martins as well. We're having a few issues with our technology. The timing screens being glitching are causing issues for us, so I apologise. Dio Nat says, yes, I said Vesti wins. Will I be given my perfect Sunday? Could be. 5.4 seconds ahead at the moment.
Yeah, but he's got a pit.
Yeah, he has got a pit sit on. There's the replay for Cordial. Straight through the gravel in turn 1.
And
I mean-
just an update on the standings. If it ends like this, Iwasa will be on 56 points, 51 for 50 for Pusher, and then Hauger on 45. So the championship will grow a little bit more than it is now. Because at the moment, it's 33, 32, 31, 30,
Stewards.
29.
Instant involving Leclerc investigated after the race, driving unnecessarily slowly.
Leclerc.
Must be under the safety car conditions
Yeah.
to have that, yeah.
No pit entry.
Yes, that's true.
Ah.
Right, 2 seconds, everyone. Now,
Caldi
as,
also involved in the battle.
as Richie said before, well, we're just trying to sync up and sort OBS out. Leclerc's coming through to have a bit of a battle as well. Yeah, the timings are glitching on us and it's causing us problems. What we really need is a safety car, otherwise we're going to have to take a break to get things sorted. Because it's not working for us, because everything's glitching thanks to Formula 2 being a pain in the rear. But right now, Vesti's still in there as well, and we're just going to have to, I think, battle through this, guys.
Yep. Hauger outside that 1 second to Porsche. Porsche still outside 2 seconds to Iwasa. And Leclerc 4 seconds behind, could possibly go for a move down into turn 3.
Right, no one's going to make a
Or
move.
into
We're
turn
taking.
11.
Right, no one's making a move. We're going to take a quick break. You haven't missed a thing. No one has overtaken. Doohan has repassed Stanek, but only because Stanek was told to let him through. So you haven't missed a single thing. As we're back with us here for the F2 feature race. Vesti, Iwasa, Porsche, Haugen as well. Replay Roman Stanek. And this is what happened.
there
Look,
it
he
is.
locked up.
Oh,
Is that-
doing the running outside.
Is it because of new tyres, or is he just locked up and gone onto the curb, gone onto the grass there, and you got nothing you could do when it's when you turn into a lawnmower? As he then comes out turn 1, getting through safely. Could have ended a lot worse.
Time
than that.
penalty.
For
Enzo.
Fittipaldi.
And he's running an 8th.
5 seconds.
Now, is this
Yeah, but he hasn't
for-
pitted.
Yeah,
He
that's
hasn't-
true. Forcing another driver off the
Four.
track.
Car 4. That's Fittipaldi, isn't it? Yeah. That's
Yeah.
And then turn 1. Leclerc still putting Martins under pressure. Martins also one of the drivers that people have said are a favourite for the championship, and he's now currently at a risk of losing and putting himself down into 7th to Leclerc as they head into turn 3 once again.
Boschung?
And Boschung
He's gonna try it.
We need to improve 2 seconds per lap, okay? 2 seconds per lap.
Boschung's
I'm struggling, man. I'm just struggling, okay? I'm pushing.
yellow. Oh! Nazani's in the wall, and that's where Truly crashed back in 2002. A really unusual
Josh,
place to crash.
That's weird. That's really far.
Yes,
Josh,
Richie.
yet again. Yes, again. This time, you fitted everything perfect before the safety car.
Yeah,
I
Formula
said it
2.
as well, that Nissani was there to cause a safety car for you, but
He's hit the
Yeah.
wall,
Wait.
and I think he's bounced off it and he's stalled the engine.
Safety
and I
car.
think there was a bit of
Yeah.
damage on that wheel, but not sure that's, I believe, Vesti.
Safety
yeah.
this
car.
car, yeah, I think that has to be with another car because that's so far away from the
Yeah, it
accident.
was a weird
Yeah.
I
one.
don't think it's under
Hopefully,
use
get
it
a
too much struggle.
But
Yeah, surely we should
So
get a
this
replay.
this is perfect for Vesti, and I can already I can sense Dio Nat is jumping for joy right now because Vesti's into the pit lane and he'll get a free pit stop to lead this race.
It won't lead.
Well, Warren says this is big for
No,
Vesti.
yeah.
He'll have fresh softs, and it's true. He'll have soft tyres. Awasa leads, but Vesti's going to have softs.
Mine 8.
He's going to take it.
Many pits as well.
Yeah, all coming in now as
so
well.
Fittipaldi. But the top 3 who have pitted is Iwasa, Porsche and Hauger, followed by Martins and Leclerc in 4th and 5th. Maloney up into 6th as well. Very nice start for him. Vesti comes out 7th. No, Vesti comes out in 6th position.
Sixth.
Very
Ooh.
nice.
Six,
Oh,
seven.
nice.
7th, I think 7th. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
Maloney
about.
gets ahead of him.
Yeah.
But now he's on softs. Oh, he's locked up. He's going to
There
the
he
gravel.
goes,
No,
straight
no,
on.
no. He's locked up. He's going to the gravel. No. And he's going to lose more positions as he bounces over. The
He
soft.
doesn't.
Oh, is he?
He keeps the 7th. Keeps it
Right.
barely.
Vesti.
Well, Bassani's
Wow.
car.
Yeah, there is Daruvla. He's still ahead of him. That's incredible.
Now, he's pirouetted, Roy Nazani. And how's he done it? So I want to know.
So Vesti up by 6, Verschoor up by 9, and Hauger up by 7. So yeah, again, Verschoor doing an absolute masterclass.
Oh!
Oh, it's already.
It's
Number 4, it's
Fittipaldi.
Fittipaldi.
And he was on new soft tyres as well coming out of the pit. I always touch the
What is it?
wall.
Oh, that's silly. That one.
Chaos.
Yeah,
Soft
his top
tyres.
tire is really struggling with
You
it.
can see there the timeouts and Nassani's made contact
Oh!
with someone.
Oh! He's in the wall! Nazan! Oh, that's Fittipaldi nearly hitting
He had a
Nazani's
puncture,
car.
I think.
Yeah, and this
Giant
all.
had a
incident.
puncture.
They'll have to red flag this one. That was so. Imagine if the marshals were there or a truck. What was going on there?
If he's got a puncture, Fittipaldi shouldn't be taking those risks. Let's have a look. And has he got a puncture?
Yeah, oh, there.
Yeah.
Yes, he has rear
Suspension.
left.
Rear
Not a
suspension
puncture, it was a
failure.
suspension failure.
Oh.
Rear suspension failed right next to where Roy Nazani crashed. It just
That
goes.
could have been a dangerous
Oh, he just drove onto the grass. No way.
He can't believe it either.
Yeah.
Nissani just drove into the grass and then that's how he lost it. That's incredible.
Here we are.
What is going
Yeah,
on?
into the wall.
What is going on in Formula 2 today?
Will this be a red flag because they've got 2 cars to get out with 1 crane?
Yeah, and
Yes,
with,
quite a lot of debris as well.
and with limited
there is.
time,
Oh, he nearly hit Nissani.
Jesus.
That was imagine if he hit Nassani.
Man, holy
You can tell that
Yeah.
scared Fittipaldi a lot.
crashed.
Yeah. That suspension failure became because he hit the wall very stupidly as well. He just
Turn 1. No, because
Yeah.
he hit the wall on the left side, and it was the rear right that had an issue. So
lost the rear left. That
could have been a reason why
He spun
had the
originally.
incident down at.
No, he hit the wall here. That's I think why.
Okay, so he lost it on the cold tyre. Oh, hang on a minute.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh,
Okay. So he lost it. Okay, I think he lost it on the cold tyres, and then when he hit the wall,
Yeah.
he broke the suspension. As soon as he got up to speed, it just broke.
Unless he's already had a suspension issue.
Yeah, that's true. We don't know. We can't tell.
It just seems too perfect, to be honest, that he hit the ball there.
Yeah.
And afterward, you could clearly see the tire just bended, and that's where it crashed. This is gonna
Don't
take
like,
a while.
look, hang on a minute. We've got a truck at the top for Nizani and a crane coming, and the track's nearly blocked. Where's the red flag?
There should be a red flag for sure.
I mean, they're going very slowly to the right, but
Don't like
It's
that.
safe enough for them to go, but surely normally you would have a red flag.
Yeah, with this type of
Just
incident.
say an incident that happens like Fittipaldi even at slow speed.
Yeah. Oh, don't put it on the recovery truck. That's where Truly crashed in 2002. Actually, he had a similar thing. Dropped it under acceleration and got on the
The
grass.
medical car, I believe he's getting ready to leave the
Yeah.
scene. And
Well,
Russell and Porsche not gaining nor losing. And Hogarth's 10th to 3rd.
So we had the timing screens.
Sure, 18th
Yeah.
and 9th.
We had the timing screens playing up. We had me having to do two things at once, getting the stream sorted, and now this is going on.
Yeah.
In
It's not gone well,
IndyCar,
has it?
in IndyCar this would be fine, but not Formula, says Josh. You're right. Warren Haig says when Fittipaldi rejoined, when he spun, he tapped the wall rejoining. Yep. Could get 2 or 3 laps of racing. Bumper cars. What is F2 actually? Yeah. Mazzani's car's on the back of the recovery truck though. So we're waiting to see if we actually get any running, or are they going to stop the race? It's got 10 minutes left, and we've got plenty of time. Right, here's it in full then for Enzo Fittipaldi. Out the pit lane, locks up on the
Locks up.
softs, goes straight on, gets on the
oh,
grass,
that's silly.
spins on the grass, keeps on the accelerator, and whacks the wall. And there's the suspension damage.
One thing I've
Yeah.
noticed is these drivers in F1, F2, and the 3, they are driving stupidly. Making mistakes you shouldn't be making, and into the wall there.
Yeah, you could clearly see the rear left. Yeah, it's just poor. You should know that when you go off the grass like that, you're gonna lose the rear end. So, well, that was just very stupid mistake there from Enzo Fittipaldi.
Obviously, not his fault with the left rear, but the fact he got it into the wall caused it.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that final crash, of course, you couldn't really avoid that one, but yeah, it just the way you spun it, the way you went into the grass, it all was very easily avoidable.
yeah, easily avoidable. And Bosch Chung, after losing 7 places, made up 3 of them, so he's back up to 14th now.
I haven't even
Correa,
bothered.
he had a puncture, didn't he? He's now up
Yes.
to 15.
Yeah. Do you know, I haven't even bothered stopping to reset to timing 71 graphics. I'm leaving it on the world feed basic graphics for this weekend, and I'll fix it for next time. It was F2's fault; they can suffer for it as well. Because otherwise, it just crashes the stream every time I try and launch it. Because there's something going on with the computer. You used to be able to do it, but then OBS has had something wrong with it. What I'm going to do actually, in between F1 and F2 and F1, I'm going to have a look and see if there's an update to OBS. As Isaac Hadjar's received a 10-second time penalty, which kicks him further down the field.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at Twitter, and I've seen a post, and it says, very unpopular opinion, but the safety car incidents in F3 and F2 should be treated very seriously.
Yes.
Someone could have easily been badly hurt today through some of the most careless driving I've ever seen.
Josh has actually made a good point here. Why is the LED panel showing a single yellow in a double yellow area? True, it should be a double yellow. Drivers should be prepared to
Honestly,
stop.
is it sad to say I'm not excited for F1 after what we've seen here today? The thing is, at least it's got me up. Going into this, I was trying not to fall asleep. Now I'm wide awake. So, thank you, Nissani and Hajar and Behrman and everyone for making this an interesting race. Well, an interesting.
In quotation marks.
What would the word be?
Didn't like to see that crash of Fittipaldi though. That could have ended so much worse if there were, especially if there were marshals on the track.
The marshals were about just before. Nissani was getting out the car just before, and yeah. Should be treated.
I mean, that's why the marshals don't go on track when they pass, I presume, or at least when they're not all bunched up to the safety car.
You think going into Fittipaldi's mind, so he locks up, fair mistake, a lot of drivers make that, especially on the cold tyres. Goes into turn 1, he's like, right, so we're onto the grass. Let's put our foot down again, then end up spinning back on the grass, hitting the wall on the way, because I put the throttle down to get back off the grass. And then I actually think it's a good idea to forget the fact I could have suspension damage and go full throttle down to turn 3 when there's a crane and a car nearby. That makes me think, yeah, it's make me question
Well-
the IQ of Enzo Fittipaldi.
I don't know if anybody saw it. I'm just going to get my Twitter up right now. Because FP1 Will said, I'm going to have to be making a video on the F3 at this rate, aren't I? And I said, please do. It's been a crazy weekend. He did like it, but I might reply to him and say, add in the F2 as well.
At this point, you might as well, yeah. And
I'll tell you
just
what,
wanted to see.
the Australian Grand Prix weekend has been the best of the season so far. The 400,000 fans that have been here this weekend have certainly had their money's worth.
Definitely.
Fantastic F3 and F2 races, a fantastic practice and qualifying for F1. The supercars have been absolutely amazing with close competitive racing, balls of fire literally twice.
Yeah.
Porsches have been great. I honestly think Albert Park has been a bit like Adelaide was in the late 90s, a festival atmosphere here. And I can see what Ron Walker said all those years ago. It is a great place for the race.
It is indeed. And Josh, I'm going to bring your name back. One we haven't seen for a long time from PSGL. On Twitter, he says, "What is going on?" and it's posted by Jarne Tripkov.
Haha, Tripkov, hello. Safety
We haven't seen him
car.
in a while.
Safety car in this lap. We're going to have
Let's just
three running. Go on.
Let's just hope that not all the drama has been used up in these races.
Right.
And we can have a very boring Formula 1 race.
3 laps left to go. We've got Vesti on new softs.
Ooh.
This could be interesting.
I mean, it's not
Very
helping Vesti that they crashed the Fittipaldi, because otherwise it would have had longer, of course. But it's going to be very exciting. This is going to be a short sprint race then towards the end.
They've done well because there's 5 minutes left on the clock, which means we will complete it just about under normal running without having to go to a timed race. They've really planned it. So here we go again then. 2 safety cars. Another crazy race. To be honest with you, this has made me fall in love with Australia again.
Yeah, absolutely. But to be honest, with how reckless they're driving, I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be some stupid crash again and it's going to be safety car towards the end. Let's just hope it's not.
Yeah. This has made me fall in love with Australians' Albert Park circuit once again. This is what it can do. It gives us crazy, amazing races to keep us awake all night long. Final 3 laps, green flag, away we
He's
go.
gone.
And Awassa's punched it already, coming into the last corner, and we can go back to racing conditions. Oh, there's a spinner! There's a spinner further back!
Oh, Hauger!
Hauger goes wide, and he's taken
And
Miller
Martins.
Martins with him. And there's a yellow around the 3rd sector because of it. The tyres aren't up to temperature as we go
Yeah.
green again.
So Leclerc into 3rd. Maloney into 4th. Vesti into 5th. Getting back on Maloney into turn 1. Can he
4th!
get him? He's going to go for it, and he does.
Soft tyre
Can he win?
compounds. Yeah, can he win? DRS will be open in the next lap, remember, guys. So that's 2 laps with DRS. And Vesti on the soft tyres is pushing like mad. Keep your voice
for
down,
sure.
Josh. Drumler. And there goes Richard Verschoor passing as well on the inside. This is amazing
There we go.
stuff.
Lost it again. Hoger's lost it again.
Oh,
He's dropped 2 positions. He's now 13 seconds back.
Horrible restart there for Hauger and Martins. And incredible look at Verschoor as well in 7th. I think where did he start again? 16th or something. He made up a lot of positions since the start. And he's well in the points now as well. Whereas Vesti is very close behind Leclerc.
He is. Vesti will be looking for the podium here today. If he can get through on Leclerc, the gap between Leclerc and Porsche over a second. So a lot of work for Vesti to do, but he sticks behind into turn 9, goes through turn 10 very nicely. Now going to be bump and draft in the back of that Guns car down towards turn 11, try and get through. Probably go for a bit of a dive
Vesti's
on
got
the
it.
inside, but we'll see.
he's too close to call. He can't get the dive bomb there. I thought he might think about it. Maybe turn 1 is the opportunity he's looking for. But Porsche is right at the back of Mawassa too. So the race is on as Novalak passes Boschong.
Yeah, and into the final couple of corners now. Porsche on Iwasa, Vesti on Leclerc, Bosch will get through Novalak down at turn 13 as well, and then towards turn 1, no DRS, and I don't think Vesti will be close to get him out. The gap's about 5/10 between the two, so he's not close enough, so he's got to get it. Either down into turn 3 or down into turn 9 or 10, but DRS will open, I believe, next lap.
That's
A little bit
this
wide
one.
there for Vesti.
DRS is open this lap, look. And it's involving Martins and Hauger, noting causing a collision.
No DRS.
But
It
they
will
touch
be-
each other there.
It will be
They must have
active.
done.
It will be active this lap. You'll have it on the run down to
See.
turn 9.
There we go. Who's
Yeah, this
this?
is what happened
Hauger.
at Hauger. So did he get a touch from behind? I think he may have done then.
Yeah, shoved
Look,
by Martins.
Oh, yes.
That must have been Martins then.
Oh, I got damage.
Hauger already had a 10-second penalty anyway, so
Yeah.
he was going to finish
Oh,
in the
look
back
at
anyway.
Hajar.
Yeah. Oh no, that's
Not
yeah.
a happy Hauger.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
He's in the
say-
pit lane now, by the way. Yeah, look, DRS open for Arthur Leclerc in 3rd. So Leclerc has got
Here we
it.
go.
Vesti's going to have
He's
it
got
too.
5 tenths.
Vesti's got the DRS on the run down towards turn number 11. Can he get ahead of Arthur Leclerc in the braking zone? Benedives has passed Boschung now as well. 4-way fight for the win here with 1 lap to go in Albert Park, Melbourne. Just bring it on. Bring on Formula One later.
Oh, this is going to be so close, yeah. But they all got good DRS, so there's no advantage there for Vesti. And
Hauger's
and
Hauger.
Hauger's out of the race.
Yeah.
I think that could be a grid penalty for Martins for the next race.
Possibly. And there we are. Fastest lap goes down to Vesti. Was previously Westwood and Leclerc. And into turn 1. Vesti right on the back of that Dam's car. And now he's going to try and get through. At the moment, Dam's double podium so far. First and third.
Vesti.
But Vesti's going to get it now. He's got an opportunity into
Here
turn
it
3. Can
comes.
he get it? No. Defensive for Leclerc.
It'll be turn 9.
But Vesti.
Has to be
Yeah.
down at
Well,
turn 9.
Actually.
yeah.
Oh no.
He's right at the back of him after coming through 4 and 5. Vesti's going to start pushing as much as he can. Awasa only leads by 7/10 of a second. So we might have a complete podium change around in a few seconds' time as well, because the long DRS zone, the first one of the lap, is activated now as we run through, down, out, 11, into 12, 13 as well. The sections on the track. This is 9 and 10. Can anyone make a move? Is anyone going to feel brave enough to have a go? Vesti's 3/10 back. Closing. Nothing. Have to be down to turn 11, I think.
Yeah. And Porsche 4 tenths behind Lee Wasser. Can he try and get Turan Wasser down towards turn 11? It's going to be close, and the gap 3 tenths between Leclerc and Vesti. 5
Porsche!
tenths between Wasser and Porsche.
This is too far.
I thought Porsche was going to go for it. 4-way fight to the scrap. Who says F2 can't be fun? Into the last couple of corners of the race. Can Porsche deliver anything? Or is Amuma Wassa going to do the double and get a feature race win in 2023 to go with his sprint race win from the first round? Out of the last corner, Amuma Wassa has done it for Dams. And look at that from Anthony Clay nearly across the line. He stays 3rd. Awasa wins in Albert Park. Porsche 2nd. Leclerc 3rd. Vesti 4th. Maloney 5th. Druvela, Vashaw, Hajar, Doohan and Maney round out the points. Stanak, Correa, Novalak, Behrman. Novalak, Benedives, Cordial, Behrman, Martins, Hajar, Bosch on the 18 finishers. Out went Hauger, Fittipaldi, Nazani and Crawford. Wow! Synth, that was amazing racing.
Oh, definitely. And this is getting me more and more excited for the Formula 1 race, but that's going to take another few hours. There was a...
Look at this! This is our performance for sure.
Awasa leads the title.
Good job, boys.
Yes, he does.
That was very good.
58 points to 50 to Porsche. I believe
Wow.
that is correct. But I'm definitely happy about that one. Awasa came first. Dams deserve a big pat on the back for that one. 1st and 3rd. Leclerc started down in 7th or 8th, didn't he?
Yeah.
So great start from him. Great race from him indeed. And that'll also be good for Leclerc to get a few points in the championship. 15, he's on 18 at the moment, so that'll put him up to around 30.
Well, the F2...
33, so we will
33.
get through on Boschung in the championship, I think.
Turn for
So
Leclerc.
it'll be top five.
Good job, man. Good job. Yes! Oh, yes. So happy. So happy. What a race. Good job to you. Well done, Chip.
Dams 1 and 3.
What a race. The dry air in the commentary box is not helping with post-COVID.
Definitely not.
Oh, my word.
But great race, and obviously Crawford, Nissani, Fittipaldi and Hager all out the race. Don't know what happened to Crawford, I don't remember him retiring, but I remember he was on track for Fittipaldi and Nissani, but off track in the pit lane before Hager driven that instantly with, I believe it was Victor Martins.
Only 2 hours and 20 minutes until the F1.
And I'm a lot
Anyone?
more pumped up now.
Yeah. Anyone for Star Wars? That's about 2 hours, isn't it?
But Josh, I've got one question. Going into F1, who's going to win the race?
Fernando Alonso.
Oh,
I don't think it'll be
really
Max.
simple.
What? Alright, go on, Synth.
Well, that's bold. I would love to see Alonso win, to be honest, but I mean, I think he should be able to overtake the Mercedes, but then Max Verstappen, I mean, if nothing happens to him, due to his car, I think Max would win this one.
I think for me personally, as a Max fan, I would have to say Max.
See, I'm extremely excited because we've got a situation coming up now where the Mercedes haven't got the race pace. So for the first time this season, we're going to have Verstappen versus Alonso.
Yeah.
I'm loving that idea.
Another question: who finishes ahead, Russell or Hamilton?
Russell ahead of Hamilton.
Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
agree.
Russell as well.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be very exciting with Alonso and Hamilton down to the Australia one, to be
See,
honest.
I have a feeling we'll have a safety car.
I think we
that'll
will,
be
yeah.
Perez, because there's still issues. The thing is, people say yes, it's their driver error, but there's issues with that car. Big issues with the braking system, and yeah, again, obviously Red Bull are quick, but
There was
their
no
show-
issues, right? I think it's just
They
a
weren't.
mistake.
Oh no, they're into the pit lane. I thought someone went off for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, the race is over. I'm still thinking people are crashing.
I forgot the pit
Obviously-
entry there is there. It's because
Didn't-
It's
didn't-
weird,
uh,
isn't it? Yeah, it's a weird one.
Didn't Helmut Marko say that there was no issues on Paris' car with that incident in qualifying?
Yes, he did.
But it's
didn't
Helmut
he?
Marko.
That's
Well,
true.
he's
but
the
still,
one- he's the
that
one who
would
did
be
it.
incredible.
Oh look, there's
Yeah.
there's Charles Leclerc watching on.
Ferrari getting set up already. Hang on, they're in the Red Bull Racing one. Above Charles' head, it said RedBullRacing.com.
Sabotage! Brilliant.
Right, I'm calling it. Leclerc crashes into one of the Astons then at turn 1.
Lance Stroll, make it be Lance Stroll because we need Alonso.
Lance Stroll and Leclerc, 2021 Hungary.
Yeah.
It's happened before.
Although I honestly think if Alonso retires, Megan might just walk out the box and go back to bed.
Can't blame her.
I remember Wasano celebrates a race victory here. A fantastic one as well. What a night it's been, and it's not over yet. We've got Formula One coming up, the Australian Grand Prix. Everyone's pumped now. I can see why they've added Formula 3 and Formula 2 to Australia. It's to wake everybody up.
Yes.
Best
Yeah.
alarm clock in the world.
I've never been this awake at this hour.
Neither have I. The only time I've been up for commentating a race like this would be for Le Mans, and I would be knackered at this point. I'll be fighting fatigue for Le Mans. We're doing that again this year, by the way. All 24 hours live on YouTube for the Le Mans race. We did it
I'll be
last year.
popping in for sure.
Well, in 2021 we did 12 hours live, 12 hours highlights. 2022 we did all 24 hours live. So we're doing it again, whole day, whole day.
Also, don't know if it's true or if it's just a bit of a rumour, but apparently Checo is at risk of not starting the race
Oh, blimey.
with an issue with the suspension.
That would
wow.
make sense.
So,
Let me have a look.
don't know if that's true because it's not confirmed by Red Bull itself, but I've just seen a couple of things on the internet about it, so let's hope that isn't true,
I'm
because
looking
that
now.
would make Red Bull's day go from bad to worse.
It's not April Fool's anymore, unfortunately.
No, it's not.
George Morgan's awake. Can anyone stop Awasa? What a weekend he has had in Australia. Perfect follow-up from Saudi Arabia too.
Yeah, wow.
Their first lap of this
Right,
F2.
And Schwartzman there, congratulating Leclerc on that podium. Well deserved for Leclerc, and there's Awasa. Still find it funny how small he is compared to the other drivers. He's about 4'2".
Yeah, it's
But well
incredible.
deserved
It's,
podium,
Puma
top
3.
three. Poor Cher didn't get up to anything really, did he? That whole race, he just kind of sat there. We barely spoke about him.
Yeah, that's true. He was just there, but not really
Mm-hmm.
overtaking. He was within the DRS the whole time, I think, but just not really close enough anyways. Oh, what a race. But, I mean, to be honest, with how some of them have been driving, I'm quite scared for Baku next up.
Yes, that's true.
Wow.
Coming up in a month. end of that one in back in.
Oh, and 1 second, 45 seconds ago, Callum Frederick has been summoned to the shoots for causing a collision.
Oh,
Kevin Frederick.
that's
Yeah,
in
in
Formula
F3.
3.
In F3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't he
yeah,
retire from the race as well?
yeah, but he's been summoned to shoes for causing a collision.
Oh,
That was
wow.
1 minute ago by the feeder series on Twitter.
Oh, that was, didn't he...
Oh. No, sorry, and also Nicholas Solov has been sent for a second summoning.
Yeah, didn't he hit the back of him behind the safety car?
Yes, yeah, coming
But,
behind.
yeah,
Could have been.
that was his own fault, and he's gonna maybe get a grid drop for that for next race.
I'm just looking
Not
to
too
see
sure.
if I can see anything on Sergio Perez. Can't find
Hopefully
anything at
that's
the
not
moment.
true.
Too early in the morning to find things out. I've typed Sergio in wrong. Let's take a look at Iwasa's moment he crossed the line with the checkered flag. It was hard fought to the line. In fact, Pourchaire was more under pressure from Martin Leclerc to the line, look, because Leclerc had the DRS.
He was. Yep, close one.
Yes, I can confirm that Pourchaire is at risk. Sorry, Pourchaire, Perez. It's too early.
Oh,
It's late.
Yeah.
It's still late.
Perez is at
Pourchaire.
risk of not starting the race. At maximum, it's going to be a pit lane start, we understand.
I mean, there's still 2 hours.
Yeah.
Shouldn't they be able to?
late.
The suspension could be fixable, right? Between 2 hours. I think it should be.
The reason that makes me think maybe it's not is the fact the team have said, "Oh, we've got a suspension issue. Why not start?" Normally, it's textbook for the team to get suspension issues sorted.
Let's hear from the top three.
Cool.
All the exits, he was just like right in the mirror.
And you have DRS?
Yes, he had DRS, but I was doing only the good exit on T6, so the other place I was trying to keep him close to.
Are they saying much? No. All drinking water like me. Well, there's Iwasa on 58 points, Pourchaire's on 50, Vesti 42, Bosch on Leclerc 33, Trubler 32, Haug on 30.
Yeah, there's no space in those I think tighter than even tighter than Monaco.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was scared for the mechanics. Well,
I think similar.
Yeah, I'm always scared when I'm releasing the clutch and I'm just like
touch the wheel.
I
I released a lot of wheel speed.
Was a terrifying accident as well. We haven't got the battle screen, unfortunately, to go away to during the interviews at the moment because it's not operational, so we're having just to stay on the cameras until the end of this. But at least we actually get to see this podium ceremony and not cut away like we did before. When Sky F1 thought it was more appropriate to show their build-up to the session, not the podium. Onto the podium they come then. Arthur Leclerc finishes in 3rd position. Happy brother of Charles. Charles won here a year ago, of course, so it's a good circuit for the Leclercs. Coming up next, Théo Pourchaire, another podium this season in round 3, finishes in 2nd. And Momo Iwasa, and a 2nd win of the year across the sprint race in Saudi, and now the feature race in his honour. We will hear the Japanese national anthem. It's confirmed. Perez starts in the pit lane.
Hang on, sorry to cut you off.
No,
Perez.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I was about to say. I've just received the email. Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas are starting from the pit lane after making changes to their setup. Perez has taken a third control in electronics and energy store, and that is a penalty coming in as well. So they're both without a penalty. They're both starting from the pit lane later. Decisions, guys. Bottas was starting this race down anyway in 19th position with Perez in 20th. So there is no back row of the grid.
No, at all.
So 18 cars on the grid. Wow. Okay. 2 in the pits. Iwasa takes race.
Luckily you start at least.
Yeah. Iwasa takes race win number 4 of his career. Pourchaire second, Arthur Leclerc third, and another race win as well for Dams. And now, here in the morning, it's champagne time! Carmen plays to round out another amazing weekend of Formula 2 action. Formula 1 is coming up in around about 2 hours' time. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Perez starting from the pit lane. We were literally saying, weren't we, guys, just before the podium? Yeah. At worst, it'll be a pit lane start, and then it gets confirmed to us it's a pit lane start. So we broke that news live on air before the official announcement went out.
Exactly.
Love doing that.
You heard it here first.
Okay, Since starting with you, what did you make of Formula 2 in Australia?
Well, this was an incredible race, that's for sure. But we have seen that some of them can be driving pretty really, especially if we're going to Baku next. So, well, I think we're in for some very interesting races next up in a month's time for Azerbaijan.
Richie, what about you?
Absolute chaos, absolute amazing racing, and of course, I think many drivers will be having some chats with their teams after this, as Fittipaldi's won, along with Asana. You'll be having some stern words after both of them ending in the wall after driving onto the grass, and there's the race results.
Iwasa takes victory number 4 of his career and the championship lead going into a month-long break for Formula 2. Theo Pourchaire is second with Arthur Leclerc finishing in 3rd position. Frederick Vesti is 4th with Zane Maloney 5th, Johan Jarubala 6th, Richard Verschoor 7th, Jack Doohan 8th, Kush Maney 9th, and Roman Stanak rounding out the top 10. Further down, Juan Manuel Correa is in 11th, along with Clement Novalak 12th, Brad Benedivez is 13th, Emil Cordillo 14th, 15th Oliver Behrman, 16th Victor Martins, 17th Isaac Hadjar, and 18th for Ralph Boschung. Dennis Hauger classified in 19th but officially retired from the race, along with Enzo Fittipaldi, Roy Nizani, as well as Jack Crawford. Well, my thanks to Synthol and my thanks to Richie for your both companies this weekend across Formula 1, Formula 2 and Formula 3. Quick prediction towards the race for F1. Are we going to see chaos, Richie?
Yes, I have an idea that Mercedes will collide into turn 1.
Oh, that's a brilliant one. That's made us all wake up a bit. Synth, what about you?
Yeah, well, I'm just a little bit afraid we're going to be disappointed because we're expecting so much now after these races, but let's just hope for the best, and I think we might see some chaos. And I think we might see some interesting battles between Alonso and Hamilton.
In the space of a month, we've done 9 races as well. 2, 4, 6 races completed, along with pre-season testing. So, we will see you in a month's time when Formula 2 returns to the streets of Azerbaijan and the Baku City Circuit. Always a classic race there, but it's going to have to live up to a fantastic race in Australia. Bye-bye.